Hello everyone, it's PenguinSal here, and today we're going to be talking about 5 awesome strategy demos on Steam that you may have missed. The first one we're going to talk about today is called Die in the Dungeon. This one's pretty popular, so there's a chance you've heard of it, but this game is supposed to be coming out soon. We're still looking at info on it, but it's essentially you play as this little frog, and it's a roguelike, and you go through and you roll different types of dice to attack or block or heal, and you put them on the game board, and that's how you defeat the enemies. You move your way through the different rooms. You might fight bosses, you might find relics, you definitely are going to find some more dice. This is one to be keeping an eye out for anybody that likes these dice builder games, which is becoming a more popular genre now. This appears to be the first title by developer Attico, and it's also being published by Hype Train Digital, which has backed games such as Void Train and Black Book. The second demo you may have missed is called Toads of the Bayou. Toads of the Bayou is a strategy-based game a la Into the Breach, where you play on a small square grid and you move your characters around to fight off the enemies. In Toads of the Bayou, it is a deck builder, so you use cards that you can purchase between rounds to both move and attack with your Toad character. This one seems like it's going to be a lot of fun. The art style and the theme of being in Louisiana is very unique, and we're very interested in looking at this one more as it comes out. If they add more cards and more playable toads, I think this one's going to definitely be something you're going to want to keep an eye on. Toads of the Bayou appears to be the debut game for developer LaGrange, and is going to be published by Fireshine Games, which is responsible for pushing out games such as Core Keeper and the upcoming title Odenfall. Toads of the Bayou is scheduled to debut at some point in 2024. The third awesome strategy demo game that you may have missed is called Trash of the Titans. This one was actually recommended to me by a friend, and I decided to recently check it out, and it looks like it's going to be very successful. It plays out also similar to an Into the Breach style game, but it also had some elements that reminded me personally of Wildermyth, in the way that you build up the characters and the types of abilities they can get. You play as 4 creatures of the night as they fend off the rats who are trying to steal the trash from them, and if you successfully stop them from stealing trash, you're able to level up your characters further as you fight bosses and continue progressing through this game. This one had some very unique elements. I think you guys are going to enjoy this. The art style is pleasing to look at, and there's a lot of different builds it seems like you can give your characters to keep this one interesting. This is the debut title of Thayer and Back Again, who is the developer and publisher for Trash of the Titans, scheduled to release in 2024. I'd like to talk now about the demo for Throne of Bone. This game had a feel like Super Auto Pets, except that you play it with cards of different undead creatures that you summon out to fight for you. But it has that same auto battle sense where you can give them power-ups to increase their attack and health, and then they decide who they're going to combat against, and you have to survive the waves as you continue to fight off the enemy characters by powering up your characters and giving them unique abilities. I thought this one was a lot of fun. It definitely is reminiscent to a Super Auto Pets Auto Battler type of game, but this is one I'd keep an eye out if I were you. This one is developed and published by Studio Windmill Slam, and it is their debut game, so keep an eye out for this as it looks to be releasing later in 2023. The last game demo I would like to highlight for our awesome strategy demos that you may have missed is for Railroads and Catacombs. Railroads and Catacombs definitely has an aesthetic a la Darkest Dungeon, which appeals to me. It's something that I think is a great art style to use. And it plays out similarly, except you do explore the map, but it is a deck builder where you use your cards to both control your character and attack from close and far range, all while you position your character to fend off the enemies and avoid their attacks that are being highlighted so that you know where they're going to be so you can dodge them. There's all sorts of different ways you can upgrade your character, and it has a unique system of upgrading the cards in which you actually pick the upgrades that go onto which cards. which I thought was a pretty unique concept I haven't seen. It also plays with the concept of unlocking characters and giving them abilities through the out-of-combat train. You can focus on and upgrade your characters and things from there. It seems like this is going to be a fun play. This is the debut for developer Felipe Allo, and it is being backed by a indie giant called Indie Arc that has backed games such as Peglin, Alina of the Arena, Just King, Backpack Hero, and most recently Portal Dungeon. So they have a good eye for indie talent, so there's a chance Railroads and Catacombs is going to be a large success. This one is scheduled to come out very soon in 2023. And this does it for our awesome strategy demos that you may have missed. Let me know what you think about these and if you picked them up. There are links for each of them in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next video.